Guys, it is 1:30 in the morning, but I need to get this video out because let me just tell you, I went to go see the Chainsaw Man movie today. Best movie I've seen all year. Best movie I've seen all year. It was a amazing masterpiece. Let me just say that. I love this movie so much, and I think they did it perfectly. They did it perfectly. Um, I'll get into the more nitty gritty details of my review a little bit later on, but I want to talk about why this movie really just holds a special place in my heart. Because while it was really good, I have a really special bond with like not only Chainsaw Man but this arc in particular. So let me rewind time a little bit. Back in 2022, I was really kind of looking for a new series to kind of start and get into because while I did love like a lot of my shorter animes, and this is before I got into One Piece as well, or it was around the same time I was kind of getting into One Piece. Um, I wanted a new series to kind of get into, um, and I just always kind of heard and seen Chainsaw Man. I always saw the designs, I saw some of the memes from it, and like especially Chainsaw Man himself, like Denji's design. I just always thought it was such a really cool design, and I really wanted to just like know more about this series and this character, like why he is a Chainsaw Man, what like he does, like he just has such a really cool design, and so I'm like, surely his story is a really interesting one because like I don't see why it would be as popular if it wasn't a good series, you know. So not only that, but you also have this character named Power, which I'm sure a lot of you guys probably know who Power is. But I saw Power, and at first I'm like, is this like a ripoff of like Zero Two from Darling in the Franxx? Let me just tell you guys. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but Power clears Zero Two any day of the week. I don't like Zero Two. Power is just a better written character, and Power is just better. Regardless, I wanted to really get into the series, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna go and buy the physical manga because up until this point, I really did not buy manga. The only manga I really had at the time kind of was just this My Hero Academia Volume 12 because I wanted to catch up on My Hero when the just new season wasn't out or whatever. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy the manga for the series and I'm gonna read it and hopefully I enjoy it. Turns out I really enjoyed it. It's a amazing series. It's the one of the few series, I think it's the third series that I have like completed. Um I wouldn't be able to show you it, but it's like right up here. That's where I have my complete like Chainsaw Man collection. But anyway, I really love Chainsaw Man. Um and when I first read it, like the first arc, while it is like a solid arc, I think that Chainsaw Man is really showing its best colors. I don't know if that's how you word that. Um, Chainsaw Man has its best moments in the Rize arc. Um, and that's mainly because Rize is just one of the best characters in the series, at least in my opinion. I think Rize is one of the best written characters, one of the most interesting, compelling characters that you kind of get in this story to work with Denji. Which, if you understand Denji's character, then it's like you would understand why Rize is just a really good character that kind of match his like energy. Um, but whenever I read Chainsaw Man the very first time, like through all like the arcs, um, even the arc afterwards, because a lot of people really love that arc. Um, while a lot of people do love the International Assassins arc and like the stuff that's like after that, the Rize arc just, in my opinion, is just the best arc in the series, and I love it. I love that series, or I really love that arc. So whenever the series got animated back in like late 2022, early 2023, um, I was hyped because I really loved this manga. I genuinely just at the time it was probably in my top five. And it is a really good series still, but I don't know if I'd put it in my top five. Anyway, so first season gets animated. I thought it was really good. I thought it was pretty good, but again, I don't really care about the characters in season one as much as I do in season two or like the second arc. Like Samurai Sword, I don't know. He's whatever. He's just typical first villain. But then you get Rize, and Rize is just she's just her. I literally have a Rize mouse pad. I don't know if you guys have seen it in previous streams whenever I open cards and stuff, but Rize is my mouse pad. Um, Not a weird one, but like it's got Rize on it where she's pulling her pin, and then the bomb girl is like right next to her. So I really, really love this character. But whenever they announced that the Rize arc was going to be a movie, I was a little bit scared. And the reason why I was scared is because I was scared that they just were not going to develop her character in enough time for like a movie setting. Because whenever it's a movie, you're kind of only limited to like a few hours compared to like an anime like TV series where you have like usually like 12 to like 24 episodes to develop characters. So I was a little bit nervous that they were going to take the movie and then like I don't not necessarily butcher her character, but not do her character the full extent that she, kind of deserves because she's a really well-written character. But as I said earlier, they blew away my expectations and they fucking killed it with this movie. So I went to the movie theater today, and this is my first time going to the movie theater in like 2 or 3 years. And especially going by myself, I was a little bit nervous because I was like, bro, I usually like going with friends, but I knew if I waited and waited and waited, I was not going to go and see it in the theaters. And I wanted to see it in theaters because I knew that this arc, like, I knew what to expect going in because I read this arc. I knew what was going to happen in it. So I bit the bullet and I just went by myself. So I go to the movie theater, I watch it. Bro, it was just so fucking good. It was so good. Let's go through the things that I really, really liked. Um, for starters, I thought the intro for it was pretty good. I still think I liked the first opening of the series a bit more, but I think that this opening for it was not too bad. It was like, it wasn't like terrible. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as the first opening. It was just really, really good. The animation was also just really, really good for this whole movie. Like the whole way through, I thought the animation was fucking clean, perfect. There were like some things with like CGI for like the car where I was like, okay, the CGI for the car is a little bit weird. It's not enough where it's like, wow, this makes the movie bad. Like I don't know. I just thought it was a little weird, like the CGI for it. Regardless, really, really good. I think where this movie shines best is its emotional moments and it's moments that kind of highlight stuff that's going to happen later on in the manga. I'm not going to spoil any manga stuff because I feel like a lot of Chainsaw Mans are already really fucking rude when it comes to that and spoiling shit, so I'm not going to do that for you guys. But if you're a manga reader, I feel like there's certain things you might pick up on that you kind of see a lot better in the movie that you might have not noticed as much whenever you were watching or reading the manga. At least for me, that's how it felt. But I think the movie just kind of like does a better job of showing it than like the manga does. Regardless, you have that whole beginning part where like it's a very slow burn of like, you know, Denji's out here trying to like go on a date with Makima, and Makima like he doesn't want to cheat on her and he like says, "Oh, my heart only belongs to you." Um and so he's just very, very dedicated. He's like, "Oh man, I don't think I could ever have feelings for another girl or whatever." And then the one day, like it starts raining, and then Rise comes into the phone booth of him, and then he does the fucking thing of the flower. The flower thing is so dumb, but anyway, um, and then you just meet Rise, who Rise just like, bro, Rise just treats him so much better, treats him like a person, like generally shows interest and cares about him. It just feels so good to watch. Um, And then especially like the pool scene, like when she's teaching him how to swim, like bro, it just was so like wholesome and so like I just enjoyed it so much. Like it's just such a great scene. No gooner shit. No gooner shit. Like I'm not saying that because gooner shit. I'm just saying it because like the emotional moment for it was just so fucking good. And like the music, just the way they did the sound design is just also just really, really good. Like it just was it felt good to watch. But anyway, yeah, so like you go through that. And then once you finally get to that part of the movie where they're at the festival, and then she asks him to go leave with him, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know, because I feel good where I'm at, and I have all these friends." And he doesn't want to say about Makima, but like in the back of his head is like, "Oh, because I have Makima that I kind of am committed to." And then she just does it. She just like goes, bites his tongue out, and then boop. Which, by the way, let me just say, her pulling the pin out is like ultimate aura farm. Like, Rize is a fucking aura farmer. I'm just gonna say it for what it is. Rize is a fucking aura farmer, and just that whole fight with her, she's really creative with her powers. It's just, man, bro, I can't like stop glazing this character because like she's just such a well written character, and just like her bond with Denji just feels so good to watch on screen. And even towards the end of the movie, I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but like, man, bro, just dude, the ending for it is like, I don't know. I just love the ending of this movie, and like it sucks, but it's also just like, I don't know, man. You know it's gonna happen, or I knew it was gonna happen because I read the manga. But like, man, but yeah, I don't. I'm trying to avoid talking about spoilers, but like, bro, I just can't stop like glazing this movie. It was so good. Just and Beam, I love Beam. Beam was my favorite character in Chainsaw Man for a while too. Like Rize and Beam, I love both of them. I'm not gonna normally villains or antagonists I don't fuck with. Like I don't really care for them, or I'm like I actually root against them because they're against the protagonist who you're supposed to root for. But like I can't lie, I low key was rooting for Rize in a lot of that movie. I'm like honestly, I want to see her do some fucking crazy shit because I'd like her character. Her character's well written, and they do it really good in the time frame of the movie. Like again, that was my big fear that they weren't gonna do it, but they did it perfectly. They encapsulated her character perfectly. So I genuinely am really happy with how this movie came out. And I didn't go see the Demon Slayer movie because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't caught up to the anime, and I didn't want to like go and see it not knowing shit that happened in the Swordsmith Village and the Hashira training arc. So I gotta go back and I gotta watch those. But like, I'm not gonna lie, I got bored watching the fucking Swordsmith Village arc. Like, going and cancel me for it, I couldn't get through it. I will eventually, but yeah. Um, so I didn't go and see that movie, but I did see this one, and I don't regret it. Even though it was by myself, I thought it was fucking amazing. It was really good. I highly encourage you guys to go see it. Go see this movie. It's so so good. And just read Chainsaw Man. It's just a really good series. At least part one is for me. Part two, I'm still kind of on the fence about. I don't know how much I love part two, but uh, part one is just amazing. I think part one is a masterpiece, in my opinion. I think part one of Chainsaw Man is just phenomenal. But the movie, though, because that's the main thing we're here to talk about, 11 out of 10. I love the movie so, so much. But that's it. I just want to put out this movie review because I really enjoyed the movie. I wanted to share it with you guys because, I want to share my thoughts on things on my channel. I don't feel like I get to do that much other than on streams, but yeah. Oh, also, I apologize if my voice sounds weird this whole video. I'm a little bit sick, so my voice probably sounds weird. And I've also coughed a lot, so that's kind of why it is like that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the movie down below if you want to go see it, because I genuinely want to hear everyone's thoughts. I thought it was a flawless movie. Um, but if you have any critiques, put it in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you didn't like about it. But I think it was perfect. Anyway, I'm gonna stop glazing. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it virtual. Peace.